Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. It's your girl Jazz, and today I am trying some new Pringles, which I'm excited to try because I love chips. These are supposed to be scorching. Okay, I'm not standing up, and if you know the reference to the movie, you're my peoples. Well, then again, if you're watching this channel, you're my peoples too. Anyways, I do not know when the movie came out, nor do I remember what the name of the movie is. I just remember The Rock. That's all I remember. Smacking his butt and saying scorching. But that's besides the point. We're not talking about movies today. We are talking about the Pringles Scorchin Chips. We got two different flavors. We've got the barbecue. And if you know me, you've seen any of my other channels. I'm not a huge barbecue fan. There are some chips that I have found, such as the Wrappin' Snacks, which I did a review on, that had a really good barbecue flavor. But in general blanket statement, I'm not a huge fan of barbecue. I get teased a lot saying that I like the watered down barbecue sauce. But really, I don't care. That's just my taste buds are weird like that. But anyways, and then we've got cheddars. We're gonna try these two out. We're gonna start out with the barbecue because I don't really have high hopes for that one. So we're going to go through the nutritional facts, which starts out with this entire tube has 6 servings in it, which I don't see how that's possible. I think this whole thing is just 1 serving. I know, my heiferness is showing. So for this entire can, it's only 150, sorry, it's per serving. So it's going to be significantly more than that. For 1 serving, it's 150 calories. So you're going to multiply that times, okay, no, that's too much. It's going to be significantly more. Total fat is 9 grams. Saturated fat is 2.5 grams. Trans fat is 0. Cholesterol is 0. Sodium is 160. Total carbs is 160. Wow, that would be ridiculous. Total carbs is 16 grams. Dietary fiber is less than a gram. Total sugar is less than 1 gram. And we've got protein at 1 gram. Something positive about it. We're gonna go ahead and try this one out and see how it tastes. Is it just me, or does just about all the Pringles smell fairly the same? Is it just me? Because I just smell Pringles. Even though it's doesn't matter flavor, Pringles smell the same. So this is definitely a Pringle smell. All right, we're gonna go ahead and try this out. Like I said, here is the chip. On the bottom, it doesn't really have too much flavor on the bottom. It smells just like a Pringle. Pringle, how do you guys have a generic smell for your chips? It's very unique to Pringles. Just a random thought. No matter the flavor, just about always they smell the same. So after eating the initial chip, really just tasted like regular barbecue chips. Now, I'm not talking about like this honey barbecue, just the standard barbecue chip is what it tastes like. However, I was thinking, you know, as I'm chewing, I'm thinking, I don't see anything different. What's scorching about it? It wasn't until after I had started chewing, after I'd stopped chewing, that I felt a little bit of tingling from the heat. So initially, actually has a different barbecue aftertaste though, because I really do still like feel like I have a barbecue chips that I'm still chewing on, or kind of like that, the breath of it. So don't anybody come near me, because my breath is not going to be the freshest right now. But afterwards, I do have a little bit of tinglingness from the heat, which I actually kind of like. Now, of course, each chip is going to taste different because of different amount of seasonings, blah, blah, blah. We all know that. Because one chip can be pretty much bland and the next chip full-blown flavor. So with that chip that I just had, it had more of that barbecue-ness. Now I'm talking about, has a little bit of that charcoal-y taste to it. So if you love that barbecue taste and flavor of like true barbecue, not just the barbecue sauce, you might really like these chips. As far as the heat, the scorching part of it, I don't have it too strong, so I'm trying to eat a couple of chips at a time, see if that makes a difference. No. So if you're worried about the scorching part, you know, from the heat and everything like that, really it's not that overwhelming at all. It's kind of more of like an undertone for the heat. So if you are sensitive to heat or anything like that, I'd be willing to suggest you to at least try these, because like I said, the heat is not strong at all. It's not going to have you crying or anything like that after one chip. You know, whenever you hear scorching, you're thinking, my mouth is going to be on fire. But that's not the case with these chips. Like I said, I actually kind of like them. And this is coming from somebody that's not a huge barbecue fan. So now we're going to move on to the cheddar. One second, cleanse my palate. Okay, I think I got the barbecue taste out of my mouth. Yeah, I'm good. So now we're going to go try out the Pringles Scorchin Cheddar. As far as nutritional facts go, it's just about the same as the Scorchin. The main difference that I noticed was the sodium. Everything else is the same. And like I said, I'm double checking this. Okay, just about everything's the same. So of course we got the calories at 150, total fat is at 9, saturated fat is at 2.5, trans fat is 0, cholesterol is 0, sodium is 190. Like I said, that's the main difference between the two chips. Total carbs is still 16, dietary fiber is less than 1 gram, total sugars again is less than a gram. But this one does not have any added sugar to it. It does have protein of 1 gram. I think that pretty much covers everything else. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right in. Let's try these out. Okay, so this has more of a cheddary smell to it. It's not just the standard Pringles smell to it. Kind of like it. Definitely has that cheddary smell to it. And look at all this flavor on this first chip. Just look at that. This is a very good chip to start out with. Good job, Pringles. That chip had a little bit of heat to it. Oh, wait, nope, it's sneaking up on me. This one, at least that initial chip, definitely had more of a heat to it than the barbecue. My mouth is still kind of tingling just after that first chip. But as you've seen, it had quite a bit of flavor on it. Try a couple of more. You do taste the cheddar, but it kind of tastes similar to what I would describe Gessel tasting like. With that, it has that cheesiness with a little bit of undertone of heat to it. But as I mentioned with the barbecue flavor, it's not overwhelming. Now, the cheddar does have more heat to it, but it's not, again, as if I'm crying, my mouth is on fire, I'm dying for some water. But it has a nice heat to it. And it's just more of a temperature heat. Like, I feel a little bit of added heat too, you know, a little bit of burning, but it's not to the point of being uncomfortable. It's just that good heat to it. Now I'm debating on which one would be better, because they're both really good. But as far as the name goes, I think the cheddar takes over that scorching more than the barbecue flavor. But I will say, look at the difference in flavors as far as the chips go. There's definitely significantly more flavor on the cheddar, and yes, I do have the chips backwards. The cheddar has significantly more flavoring than the barbecue does, and you can see it on both the front and the back to it. So that's probably explains why the smell isn't that strong, as well as the heat source. But I definitely suggest you try them, especially if you like that underlying heat. Just kind of add a little bit of something different. Some cheddar barbecue tastes good though. Alright guys, so if you have any questions, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer them. If you have any suggestions on new foods that I should try, or even any suggestions on any foods that you want to see a comparison video of, whatever the case may be, please let me know. As well as if you have any tech things, I do tech reviews on my Jazzy Reviewz channel, so be sure to check that one out as well. In the meantime, make sure you subscribe to Jazzy Reviewz, my other YouTube channel, as well as Jazzy Foods. In the meantime, stay tuned and stay jazzy. Thanks for watching, guys!